Hey YouTube, JW. Back with you guys. Going to do a new arrivals vid. A bunch of people always requesting me do these. It's been quite a while since I've done one, so I figured let's do it. I got a really wide assortment of stuff here today. If you're into this kind of thing, I'd say it's probably something for everybody. I don't remember how many I even have here. I just went through and grabbed an assortment. Some of them are brand new, literally just got in today. Some of them I've had for a while and never shown, so let's run through them. First, we'll go from the oldest to the newest. Interesting little knife. High quality, Aristocrat, Japan. Early 90s. Not real common, but the lock has got this little flipper. You push that forward and that's what locks the blade. You can see the size of it there. It's a slip joint other than that, but I picked this guy up cheap, and a guy on Facebook who knows quite a bit about these told me that some of these he's seen sold for $80 to $100. So I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not, but I think I paid under $20 for this. So, and it is it's a high quality piece. Pretty cool. Let's see. We'll do this one. CRKT. Not near as old as that one, but interesting. I like interesting knife designs, and called the Rolox. Some of you may be familiar with the old Benchmark Rolox knife, R-O-L-O-X. Blackie Collins design. I think it was a Rolox Viper 2 was the name. Basically, when I got this, the insides of these were all full of gunk. You can see the track inside of there. I took it out and cleaned it all out, and people have made comments, and I can see why. That the reason why they this is like plastic, and it wants to crack very easily. But they made a red and blue translucent model, and then they also had regular scale models. So what you do is you just push that like that, the blade pops out, you slide it forward, and there you go. Nice looking knife. And then to get it, push this here, blade rolls back, you lock it in. Pretty neat. I think that was made in Taiwan. Sarco push dagger. Probably, well, let's see, I believe this may be. The damn thing cut my finger, look at that. That Rolox cut my finger when I pushed it out. If I told you that I've cut myself a lot, would you believe me? Life in the city, right? Not too much on video. Hey, it happens, especially when you're flipping butterfly knives. It's called the Scoletto. Pretty cool. Don't see too many of them. I kind of like shit like this. And it is Japan, I believe. So that always makes it a little bit older. Kind of neat. Let's see here. butterfly knife. You can tell right away it's different by the way this looks. Like a Shuriken. This is an old AWA Ninja. Not a very rare piece per se, and as you can say, you know, it's been beat up, it's been used a lot, but very high quality, well made Balisong. And the tip was, I got it cheap, you know, the tip was snapped off, and I ground down the blade, re-tipped it, and it's just always been looking for a nice model of this, but I have yet to find one. AWA was Asian World of Martial Arts, popular in the 1980s for ninja shit, you know, stuff like that. Thing's bleeding on me. We're gonna make it through this, so you gotta be tough if you want to do this shit, right? Let's see. G96, Japan. Not the rarest thing in the world, but don't see it a lot with this kind of drop-in plastic holster like this. Blacked out. Blacked out blade. I like this knife. Regular lock back. I like that one. It's pretty cool. Sack, but not a sack. Japan, 1970s. You can always tell the Japanese models of these by the blade design. It has like this, the old ones, I guess I should say. Very similar to the first knife that I ever had, which was a Japanese Swiss Army knife. But I just, you know, it wasn't expensive, and I think we're looking at $12 here. And it's cool with that logo. I've never seen another one of those. You know, Cobra Japan, 1970s. I like to collect unusual Swiss Army knives. Well, kind of neat. Let's see. Got this out of the collection of a good friend. I've been eyeing it for a while, and we ended up trading. It's a pick lock, olive wood scales. Not really for sure how old this is, but we came to the conclusion that it's probably 1970s. Walks and talks nice. Stamped Rosfray, Italy. And yes, I know what Rosfray means. I know what Inox means, okay? I've had more people try to tell me what Rosfray means than any other thing ever. It just means stainless steel in Germany. Everybody knows that. But certain knives with certain stampings like this can help you date a knife by it saying Rosfray. It's not a brand, even though some of them were kind of semi-branded as Rosfray. But when you see that stamp on there, on certain knives in particular, it kind of helps you date the knife, is what I'm saying. You don't see a whole lot of knives today like you used to with this stamp. You know, the pick lock, and what makes it unusual and why I like it is because there's no bolt, there's no guards on it. You know, normally there's the S guard on a stiletto type knife like this, and it's just got the straight bolster with the little kind of grooves there to get it closing. It's kind of hard to... It's tough. Really has a solid lockup on it. You get that locked, it's not coming unlocked on you. Okay, let's see. Let's do this big dude. Pretty cool. I got a thing for camouflage knives. Everybody knows that. But this one just really stuck out for me. I didn't get this one dirt cheap, but it wasn't bad. And being as I watch this kind of stuff all the time, I don't remember ever seeing one, which tells me that it's semi-rare. And obviously, you know, it's well made. Seki, Japan. Japan 6A, and it says 123 on this side, whatever that means. This production number is probably heavy, solid handle. I don't think it was really ever used too much. Some marks from taking it in and out of the sheath. But you can tell from the handle, the paint comes off easily on these type dudes. And not bad. The matching sheath, let's say early 80s, right there. I like that. Next we got, I told you guys we had a bunch of them, and there's more than this, but I don't, you know, do you guys want to watch a 30-minute video? I mean, I don't know, I just, you know, it's random. Redneck, love boxes, seen a million of these, a few boxes, not too many. Not a whole lot of value, but interesting nonetheless. Parker, Japan. Got like a scrimshaw type scene in the brass. Looks like a one knuckle brass knuckle knife. Not very politically correct in the 1980s, I guess. The Green Dragon. Very unusual knife. Lucite handles. Stegosaurus on the other side, even though it says Green Dragon. The only thing I can think of is the Japanese think the green dragon, a green dinosaur is the same thing. There is no dinosaur. They're all dragons, so hence dinosaur. It just means green dinosaur, I guess. But, you know, it was made in Japan, I would say, early 1960s. Interesting knife. Just really nice condition for its age, too. That lucite always cracks and breaks. So, really not for sure about this knife. Just looks like a Taurus knife to me from the early 1960s, but it's definitely unusual. Got this knife in the other day from a good buddy. You know who you are. Florinox slip joint automatic from France. Snappy little guy. I wouldn't have thought that this was a slip joint knife. Not a very big knife, but a handy little nice size. Would make a good utility switchblade. Stamped Rosfray. Florinox, which I'm not really for sure what the age, you know, they make florist knives, I believe, too. Not really for sure what the age is on this. It came with a box. I've still seen these knives on Sharper Deals, so high quality knife. I really like this knife. I always wanted to get one of these, so I was happy to add this to my collection. It does have a lock here, but it is a slip joint knife. I always want to push that button in. You know, you would think I thought it was just a plunge lock, automatic, and then you would have to push this plunge lock in to get it to close, but it's not. It's a slip joint, which is kind of unusual. I don't think I've ever seen that before on an automatic. Florinox France. And that brings us to the last two, which just came in today. I got these both together. This matches my camo Bali, mid-1980s, Valor Japan, heavy-duty cast butterfly. These are all pretty heavily oiled. Pretty good shape. Most of these are all beat. They were used and they were dropped, and the paint flaked off very easily. That's why you don't see very many nice ones, especially these Valors like this from what I've seen. And then last but not least, another Super Auto. I've already got one of these in mint condition, but honestly, the bolsters on this, you can see the wear. But the scales are actually in really good shape. The Super and the automatic's not worn off. Button isn't cracked, and it works really good. This will be, I have a camo NATO military that is my user, Ethel, that I always take with me camping, and this is going to be the sister knife to that. It's going to be another user model. These old pin variants of these are very good, especially when you can find one like this that you can tell just by using it that it's tight on the inside. It sat around for a long time, was never really used very much. So, well, it's gonna make a liar out of me now. But, these knives are by far not perfect. I've never had Ethel misfire on me, but there you go. Just one thing about these knives is, one out of every so many fires, it may slip the track on you. It's just the way it is. But it may be 100, and maybe, you know, you just never know. So, not necessarily something you would want to. They weren't that high quality. But like I was saying, compared to the newer glued kit knives and that, which some of these were kits too, the old pin models from Korea like this are much heavier duty and much better. So I'm always glad to add one of these in my collection, and I believe this is number 40 for me. So that's it. That's all of them. So if you're still here watching this, I appreciate it. I'll put a link to my Instagram below, and you can go to my channel header and see all the links to my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I appreciate you guys watching as always. Stay retro. I'll catch you on the next one.